everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back in the world of Sequoia and today I'm building a community lot because I'm working on a cafe. I'm building on this pretty strange lot in Sequoia. It's like in the middle of the road basically, and it's a really cool lot. I mean, because it's like in the middle of the road sort of, it feels like it really needs a community lot in my opinion. You could obviously also just build here a nice like family home situation, but this is also the neighborhood where the rec center is located. So I thought that maybe a community lot would be really fun for this like kind of central looking lot or like area, I guess you could almost call it. So that's why I decided to build a cafe here, because I thought that would go very maysley with this world. Obviously a cafe isn't something that came with the base game, it's something that came with the Get Together expansion pack. So naturally there isn't a cafe in this world, and there also isn't a bar. Usually each new world comes with at least like one bar, but I feel like because this is like such a suburban area and it's really catered towards families with children, maybe they didn't find a bar very fitting for this world or this neighborhood, which makes a lot of sense to me. But I thought a cafe would be so perfect and usable and playable for a world like this. So that's what I decided to do. It is also a limited pack build. I'm obviously using the new Growing Together pack. I'm also using Get Together naturally because this is a cafe. And then I also used Eco Lifestyle, and I think that's it. I don't think I used anything else. I think that's it. I think it's only Growing Together, Get Together, and Eco Lifestyle, but I will obviously go ahead and check that for you. Before we end the video, after the speed build portion, we will do a little tour of the build and I will show you the build in real time and we'll check out the packs that I used. I did make a couple of mistakes along the way, but I fixed those mistakes before I uploaded it to the gallery. So I think I used a tile for the outside. I used like this black tile that actually came with Dine Out. I swapped that one out for a base game tile. I think I also used a Get to Work trash can somewhere that I swapped out for a base game trash can. And then something else I used are those skylights. You can see that in the roof, I placed a couple of skylights, and I actually used these floor tiles from Island Living. Yes, those are some like glass floor tiles that I used from Island Living. I swapped those out for regular base game roofs that I just flattened as much as possible, and then I just turned them into little glass roofs. So the skylights are still there, but I just obviously used a regular base game roof instead of those floor tiles from Island Living because that made no sense. And I didn't really want to use that pack solely for the skylights if I could swap it out with something else. So basically that's what I did. So it's a limited pack build and pretty easy to download for most of you guys. I feel like a lot of people have Get Together because it is such an old pack. Like it came out such a long time ago. Wasn't it like the second ever expansion pack of The Sims 4? I think so. I think Get to Work was the first one, and then Get to Work was the first one, and then Get Together. Oh my God, Growing Together, Get Together. Please tell me I'm not the only one who confuses those two packs, because oh my God, it's a lot. Yeah, but I do think that Get Together was like the second pack or something. So I think a lot of people have it. Same goes for Eco Lifestyle. Eco Lifestyle is maybe still a little bit underrated, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people have that pack. And also, in my opinion, Growing Together and Eco Lifestyle go together so nicely, especially if you're using the more modern items from the new pack. It goes together like seamlessly with Eco Lifestyle. So that's kind of something that I wanted to use for this build as well. And because this is in the Growing Together world, I wanted this to be like a space where you could also bring your children and have there be something to do for them. So outside here, we have a little sand pit. I did build this lot or this build over on stream actually. So yeah, I did have my chat help me with this, which was a lot of fun. And for the exterior, like for the landscaping, I had a lot of space to fill out because the lot itself is not that big, or the build itself, I should say, is not that big, but the lot is pretty big. So I did have some space left over, which was nice. So here on the side of the lot, I actually had the space for a parking lot, which I thought was so cool and so realistic. I love how the majority, I think, yeah, pretty much all of the lots in this new world line up with the sidewalk and the road seamlessly, which I'm so thankful for that. I do think that the simmers who actually built for this world, who built the original like official lots for this pack, I do think that they gave feedback on how they wanted the little driveways to line up with the actual pathway, if that makes sense, so that you could have like a pathway lined up seamlessly with the sidewalk and the little driveway, if that, like the curb, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's making any sense, but I really very much appreciate how that is so seamless and so nice for the lots in this world. It really makes a big difference to me. But here you can see on the side of the lot, I placed some debug cars, and I also played around with these grass patches because I wanted to create some like height differences. And yeah, so as you can see, this lot is very modern. So I felt like the little grass patch thingies from the debug menu made a lot of sense here. I obviously also parked some bikes out here because this pack did come with children's bikes and also a one adult bike, which I'm so thankful for. I love the amount of bikes, like the little collection of bikes we have in the game now if you have Eco Lifestyle, and then also Discover University. I didn't use any Discover University bikes, obviously, because I'm not using that pack for this build, but if you have that one, there's a couple of really cute bikes in there as well. And then, yeah, I just did a little bit of landscaping, tried to fill out the lot with some plants and some greenery. I did not want to make it too overgrown because, like I explained, this is supposed to be a more modern type of build, but I did obviously want there to be some greenery. I do have some like very straight pathways and things going on that I created with terrain paint, which was a lot of fun. It is not something I do all the time. Usually when I create pathways with terrain paint, I always make them very curvy and more like organic shaped, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Not usually this straight. If I were to make like straighter pathways like this, I would usually just go for a tile or something. But yeah, this time I didn't. And I like how it looks. It's a little bit softer. And yeah, so we have this sand pit on the side that I eventually turned into one big sand pit. At first, I wanted to create two different ones, like a bigger one for the bigger kids and then a smaller one for maybe infants and toddlers. But then I was like, you know what? No, let's just create one big sand pit. I thought that would look a little bit better. So that is what I did eventually. We have some Monkey Jungle bars out there, and then I also placed a swing set. And I think I did some, or like a picnic bench in there as well. And then we have a couple extra picnic benches outside as well. But yeah, I am just overall very happy with how this cafe turned out. I think it's going to be very usable for gameplay. I did really take that into consideration. Like above all, like I wanted it to be cute and modern, and I wanted it to fit in with the world nicely. But at the same time, most importantly, I just really wanted it to be playable, because I think a cafe would be so much fun to bring your Sims to if you're living in this world, or not even if you're living in this world, just in general. So because this is in the Growing Together world, like I explained, I wanted it to be a place where you could bring your children. So we definitely have we have the sand pit outside for them to play. And then we also have a fenced in baby gate area situation upstairs as well, which is a lot of fun. So you can just leave your infant there or your toddler there. I think toddlers can actually escape the baby gate, can't they? Infants can't, but I think toddlers can, which, I mean, in the game wouldn't really be an issue. In real life, maybe it would be, but in the game, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. So we have a little play area upstairs. We also have some gaming tables upstairs, so you can do some games and some puzzles. I used the gaming tables that came with this new Growing Together pack, so you can do some puzzles and things upstairs as well. We also have a tiny little desk, like computer area upstairs, so that you can do your homework or maybe get some work done on, or work on some skills that you need the computer for. You can do that here as well, which is cool. I was just thinking that this cafe would have like a little spot where you could sit down and get some work done with your laptop. Maybe in The Sims, you wouldn't really do that, but maybe you want to use the computer for something else. So I wanted to include some computers. We have a bunch of bookcases as well. So it's kind of like, it kind of feels like a library in some ways, where you can just get some coffee. And here we have the coffee barista setup situation. I really like how this came out. I was getting pretty, well, frustrated is a big word, but as I was building this, I was thinking like, I wish that growing, or there we go again, get together, the pack that the cafe law type came with, I wish we had a barista setup that was more modern. We have two barista setups, like two barista bars, if you will, but they're both very traditional. They line up or they match seamlessly with the base game traditional countertops, which it's nice that we have a like full setup that matches. But at the same time, I wish we would have gotten one more modern, or like one barista bar that would have matched with the more modern industrial base game counters. If that makes sense, like that would have been so nice, because now we have like the traditional barista bar, but it looks a little bit out of place. I mean, it's not that bad. I tried to blend it in as best as I possibly could, like color scheme wise, and I think it looks nice. But yeah, I don't know, just like a more modern looking one, it would have been way better for this build, but we don't have that one. We don't have one of those, sadly. So we worked with what we had. But here we have a little couch area situation where you can sit down, drink some coffee. We have some books over there as well. I created a cute little thingy on the wall with a logo, and then I like kind of merged it with a decal, like a tree decal. I thought that was really, really cute, actually. It was just something random that I played around with, but it turned out looking really nice. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then, yeah, so basically downstairs here, we have the main cafe area, or like the cafe part of the build. So we have one couch chair set up, like lounge area, basically, where you can hang out and have your coffee. And then we also have a bunch of tables and chairs down here as well, where you can sit down, hang out, have your coffee, talk with friends. So we have a couple of like 5-seater tables, and then one 2-seater, I think, in the middle. Yeah, and then another 2-seater by the staircase, which I thought turned out really nice. At first I wanted to make that a 3-seater, but it was a little bit too cramped, so I turned it into a 3-seater or 2-seater one. Oh my goodness, I keep getting confused throughout this voiceover. I hope that is not that annoying or too big of a deal. And then someone in my chat, because like I said, I was building this over on stream on Twitch. So if you enjoyed that shameless plug, you can obviously go ahead and come over to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/SimmarySims, to hang out. I do stream like 4 or 3 times a week. So we usually build, we also play some games. I have a 100 baby challenge going on, basically. I was just confused with what I just said. We play some games. Yes, of course, we play The Sims, but we mostly build, and then sometimes we do some gameplay is what I wanted to say. We have a 100 baby challenge. I'm currently on baby 40, which this is totally off topic, but I can't believe that we made it to baby 40. And the 100 baby challenge, now that we have infants, it is so much more difficult. I swear to you, we used to think that toddlers were difficult. No. Toddlers are a dream. Toddlers are basically adults. They can take care of themselves. You give them a fridge, or you just dump some food in their bedroom. They can feed themselves. They can work on their skills. They can put themselves to bed. It's a literal dream. The only thing you have to do is sometimes give them a bath or whatever. And that is it. Maybe give them some attention, but really they don't need anything else. I can't believe we used to think that toddlers were difficult in the 100 baby challenge, because really they were not. And now that we have infants, I at one point had infant triplets. I swear to you, I almost lost my mind. I think I actually did lose my mind. I don't know. My Twitch chat will probably tell you that I did lose my mind. I don't know. It was very, very, very stressful. I tried everything. I tried a butler. I tried a nanny. It was not working. It was not working, but we survived it. We made it through. Now our triplet infants are toddlers, which is such a relief because they're basically adults now, and it's really nice. Yeah, but that is just a little rant. Anyway, I also placed some high chairs in this cafe as well. They are just sadly like placed against the wall, but I figured that was realistic because in most places like this, they would just have some like lounge chairs. No, high chairs set up somewhere where you can just grab them if you need them. That's kind of what I was thinking here as well. So you can just, obviously it doesn't work that way. You would have to go into build mode and pull up a high chair by the table if you wanted to use it in that way. But it's definitely possible. And then we're moving on to the upstairs area of the build. The upstairs area is a little bit smaller. The bathrooms, by the way, are downstairs. You could see me place those a little bit before. So yeah, we have a couple of bathroom stalls, and then I also did place a changing table in the bathroom, which I thought would be useful because I was thinking that you could definitely bring your infants here if you wanted to. But up here, as you can see, I played around with some platforms. This was also a suggestion from chat because I placed the baby gate and it looked so out of place. I didn't like it. So someone suggested, why not put it on a little bit of a platform? And I thought that was so smart. It looks so good. It looks a lot better this way. So yeah, it's all functional, by the way. We also play tested the whole thing on stream, so everything is functional, which is good. This play area is maybe a little bit on the smaller side, but it definitely functions. We have some toys here, like a Blurfy, a toy box, and a dollhouse, and also a playmat for an infant if you wanted to use that. That would be pretty useful as well. And then we have another lounge or seating area upstairs with a couch and a couple of chairs up here. I thought that would be very realistic. If you had like toddlers or infants, you could just put them in the baby area, have them play for a bit, and then you can just sit there on the couch, watch them while you have your coffee, drink your book, or like catch up with your friends or what have you. I thought that would be very cozy. So we have some more bookcases up here as well, and obviously lots of plants. I wanted there to be lots of plants in this place because I really wanted to go for that eco lifestyle type vibe where it's very modern but eco-friendly and with lots of greenery. That is kind of what I tried to do for this one, and I think it turned out really cool. I'm really happy with it. And then so for this area, for the rest of the build, basically we have a couple of gaming chairs, and oh right, I actually also placed a piano. I'm just now remembering that because we got that upright standing piano. I thought that was such a cool item. That's actually one of my favorite items that came with the Growing Together pack. It is so useful. I have been wanting one for years, so I'm so happy we have one now. And I also thought it would be a fun, what's it called? A skill building item for a build like this. We have a bunch of skill building items here with the books and the computers and the gaming tables, which are fun, but they don't really build skills, but they are fun. But then we also have a piano, and then we have some toys, obviously outside also for the kids. So I thought, yeah, all in all, I feel like this build is pretty usable, not only for drinking coffee, but also for maybe potentially building some skills. If you wanted to, you could probably put some easels down somewhere. We have the space for that, most definitely. We have some space outside for like more skill building items. If you wanted to, you could most definitely place a couple. Easels would have been cool, actually. I just now thought of that. Would have been cool to place a couple, but like I said, it's not easy or not difficult to place them yourself. It's very easy. We have lots of space. But out here on the rooftop terrace or balcony, whatever you want to call it, we have a couple of extra seating spots with some couches and chairs from the Eco Pack. I love how that sage green color comes in the Eco Lifestyle Pack as well. It is my favorite color that came with the Growing Together pack. But the sage green type of color that we got with Eco Lifestyle pretty much matches it. It is not seamless, but it does match it. You can get away with it, and that is very exciting to me because I love that color. So I used a bunch of it. And then downstairs, we also have a outdoor situation, like a terrace or porch type thing, where I placed another seating area and then also some extra tables and chairs. So I feel like there is a lot of space here for a lot of Sims to spawn and just hang out. I think it's going to be very usable and just a lot of fun. And also, like I said, limited pack. So if you have Growing Together, Get Together, and Eco Lifestyle, I'm pretty sure you're set. Let me just confirm that for you once we jump into the game. I think that's the only 3 packs that I used. But out here, I just tried to make it look pretty with some plants, and I also placed a rug. And then for the entryway, I placed some plants as well to just kind of decorate the place a little bit. And then I also put a dumpster. I almost forgot about an outdoor bin, but I managed to remember to place a dumpster, which is nice and usable, and also a woohoo spot. But that's about it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the cafe in real time. So here we have the cafe in the game. Over here on this side, we basically have the outdoor area. We have some picnic tables, the sand pit, and then the outdoor porch area out here with some seating as well. And then over on the other side, we have the parking space. This is completely not usable in any way, shape, or form. It's just for decorations, but I thought it looked cute. And then in the back here, we have the dumpster. So here we have the main entrance, basically just a big sliding glass door, which I thought was very fitting. And then when you go inside, there is the coffee situation setup bar over here. So you can just walk straight down here and order your coffee if you want to. And then you can sit down here at one of these tables. I also placed a couple of like menu boards back here, and then maybe like the drink of the day over on this side. And then here we have a little seating area with a couch and some games on the table, and another small table back here in the corner as well. Through here we have a tiny little staff area, kind of is what I tried to mimic. So we have a dishwasher in here and a microwave and things. It's not really very functional, but I felt like it made sense to have a little staff area in there. Then over here we have the bathrooms. We basically just have two stalls. They're identical, just mirrored. And then in this area over here, we have a changing table and a trash can in the corner there. And then when we go upstairs, we have the kids area over here, the gated situation, and we have another seating spot over here as well. Then over here we have two gaming tables, so you could do some puzzles or other games, and obviously the piano in the corner. And then over here, this is where you would enter the balcony, and we have a couple of computers over here. And then for the rest, this space is empty because I didn't want there to be any routing issues. So this is basically just routing in here. And then on the balcony, we have some additional seating and also some lounge areas. But that is basically it for this build. So the Sequoia Café is up on the gallery, and I was right. I used only Growing Together, Eco Lifestyle, and Get Together for this lot. So if you have these 3 packs, then you're basically set. And I built it on a 40 by 20 lot in the world of Sequoia. So if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that is going to do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!